Welcome to another episode of the Snob magazine. Today's a very special day, especially for all you car people. I'm here at the headquarters of Meguiar's, as you can see behind me, and I'm with the two most technical, knowledgeable car guys there are who work for Meguiar's. This is Mike and Mike. Mike and Mike, nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Not hard to remember your names.
I'd like to make it easy for you.
Yeah. So for those of us who don't know about Meguiar's, tell us about Meguiar's. Tell us a little short history about it.
Well, Meguiar's, obviously we're best known for our car wax, and we started in 1901 actually developing furniture care products.
Furniture care, okay.
Yeah. So through the years, Frank Meguiar Jr. started there, and lo and behold, if it works great on furniture, it's going to work great on the first cars that use lacquer varnishes. You know, so fast forward until where we're at now, just about anything that has a surface, whether it be a car, a boat, a plane, we've got products to correct that surface or actually protect that surface from oxidation, stains, Mother Nature, you have it. So it's about looking as good as it can all the time.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Well, really for someone who wants to get their car looking good, you know, what can Meguiar's do to help?
Well, we actually have a lot of products to choose from, but we would ask you, there's kind of two paths that you can go down with your vehicle. One is you can take care of it yourself. Okay. And because it's in good shape or you just bought a brand new car that looks great, that's real easy, and we're going to show you how to do that. Okay. The other avenue is to have somebody do it for you. I see. Maybe if you've got one car, if you've got a collection of cars, there's always that somebody's going to do it for you that may has a little bit more time, or maybe you want to enjoy your hobby on the weekend or take a trip somewhere and have somebody else take care of the vehicle. That's okay too, and we're going to show you both ways because there's actually some tips and tricks and things you're going to want to look out for whether you're hiring somebody or doing it yourself. It's actually pretty easy to do. So I see. I want to talk about that today.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm a little averse to work, so let's focus on if I take it to somebody.
Okay, well, let's head into the training center. We'll show you some tips and tricks on how to find the right person to take care of your collection or your pamper your baby. How's that?
All right, let's do this.
Great.
Wow, so this is the inner sanctum of Meguiar's.
This is our training center. Yes,
indeed. Oh my goodness! Now, how many products do you guys actually make? Because whenever I go to an auto parts store looking for, you know, whether it be a wax or a tire cleaner, there are a million Meguiar products out there.
Hundreds.
Hundreds, okay. Maybe not millions.
Yes, hundreds.
Okay, yeah. Okay. How many, do you know how many exactly you guys have?
I can't. We just
300
launched,
and some SKUs, I think. Yeah.
We just launched another 15 or so at SEMA this year, so
all right.
kind of lost track, but hundreds.
Yeah. All right. Well, tell me, can we go through some of them that you guys have?
Sure. Well, you know, when you mentioned going into, you know, a Walmart or a Pep Boys or whatever other auto parts store, and generally what you see are our consumer products. Okay. Okay. The Gold Class Wax, the NXT Tech Wax, the Ultimate Waxes, and then of course the tire shines, the interior dressings, and those kind of things. We've got some paint cleaners, some different wheel cleaners. So these are the things that you see at your typical brick and mortar retailer. Okay. What a lot of people aren't familiar with in the Meguiar's line is kind of where our history and heritage started, which actually is over here in the tan bottles in our mirror glaze professional line. Okay. A lot of this is really geared to body shops and OEM, so they're used in a body shop environment, guys that work with rotary buffers and things like that. So rarely do you see this in your typical brick and mortar retail establishment.
Did you guys start with the professional line, or did you start with on the consumer side?
We started on the professional side. In fact, the company was founded in 1901. We didn't have a consumer product until 1973.
Oh wow, so that's quite a long time.
A very long, and that's where people just aren't aware of that a lot of times because they're just used to going in to their local brick and mortar store and finding our products on the shelves, you know, next to a lot of our consumer product competitors. They're not seeing the pro side of things.
Interesting.
And yet we're able to take a lot of this professional technology and port it down, as it were, into some of our consumer products. So where a lot of people get this idea that, well, if it's the professional line, it has to be better. Okay. It's really for a different workflow, a different environment. We can take that technology and put it in a $10 bottle of product that you can use very effectively at home and still get that kind of result.
I see this is a large classroom. What do you guys do here? I mean, it seems like this is a pretty formal education.
Well, education has been really important to us as a company for years, ever since the beginning. But since this is our corporate headquarters, we wanted to offer up and open up a training room. We open it multiple times a month and teach people how to choose the right product, how to take care of their car properly, how to restore their car, what tools to use, and more importantly, why to do that kind of stuff.
Okay, well let's start some education for myself and our readers right now. What do we got here? What should our readers know?
Well, there's a couple of different ways to look at taking care of your vehicle.
Okay.
So I think we've already alluded to a little bit here. You're either going to do it yourself or you're going to have somebody do it for you. And there's pluses and minuses to both. The big thing, if you're going to have somebody do it for you, because we're talking for the most part here about a newer vehicle, so you don't have to worry about restoration.
Yes, we don't drive beaters. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely not. But we've seen some new cars that haven't been taken care of very well.
Okay.
And they just don't have that shine and that gleam and that glow that a high-end new car should have.
All right.
Okay, so we want to make sure that car is at that level and then it's maintained at that level.
Yes.
Okay. Let's take a look first at having somebody do it for you.
Okay.
Even that splits a couple of different ways. You can either go with a professional detailer. This is someone that you can either bring your car to their shop or they'll come to your place.
Nice.
Or you can go to a car wash. Now, if you're going to take your vehicle to a car wash and you want to maintain a really high finish on it, look for a car wash that offers 100% hand wash only.
Nice.
Okay. Look for a car wash that has facilities there to clean the material that they're using. Okay, so that you know that they're using clean wash mitts, clean towels when they're working on your car. Maybe look for a place that has a lot of higher end vehicles going through it. Talk to the manager of the shop. Okay. Let them know your concerns and what it is exactly that you're looking for. And if you don't feel comfortable, maybe that's not the best fit for you.
So what should I look for in a detailer? What kind of characteristics, or what kind of tools? What questions should I ask?
This is a guy that you are potentially hiring to keep your vehicle clean. You would hope to see a high level of professionalism with him. You'd hope to see that he's clean and organized. Now, that doesn't mean that everything's going to be in custom stainless steel bottles or anything like that. But his work vehicle is not going to be a mess. He's going to have things organized. He's going to be able to talk to you intelligently without trying to inflate his own ego as to what he does. Should make you feel comfortable about what he's doing. Maybe walk around the vehicle with you, point things out. If he can tell you that there are certain things that maybe he can't fix because of, and he can give you a valid reason why. Okay. Rather than having somebody come in and say, I can do anything, I can fix any problem on the car. Somebody tells you they can fix everything on the car, I'd probably...
yeah, that doesn't sound too...
There are some things without full restoration that you just can't fix by buffing it. So if the guy's honest with you, that'll show through pretty quick.
So here we are, brought a car, Audi Q7. Obviously it's a newer car, doesn't need a lot of work, at least I don't think so. Tell me, what do I need to keep this car shining?
Well, it's actually really easy because this particular vehicle is in pretty good shape. It's new, it's got the gloss. There's a couple of things you want to pay special attention to.
Okay.
It's really simple. First is you want to look at the paint.
Yep.
And evaluate it and look at it and determine what to use there. Probably the second set is the wheels here. The last part of that is we got paint, we've got wheels and tires, and certainly the interior, because that's where you spend most of the time driving.
For sure.
Is on the inside.
I don't drive from the trunk. Yeah, that's right.
We want to notice, is it leather, is it cloth? What type of condition it's in now, and obviously this is brand new, it looks really good.
Yep.
So this is going to be very easy to take care of.
Okay.
But we also want to take a look at things like all the little intricacies of the dash, because we got some great tools that'll help you clean all those areas.
I see.
If you have kids, or pets,
okay, yeah,
you're always going to want to look at the
isn't that the same thing? Isn't that the same thing?
Depends on who you ask. So in some cases they can offer some challenges with hair, food, and all that's really easy to do. I think the key overall is stay on top of this.
I see.
If this car can stay looking like this on a regular basis with just a little bit of time investment, it's easy.
Okay. If I am determined to get my hands dirty, show me some things that I can do, that viewers can do to make their cars perfect.
Okay, head on over here.
All right. So I see you have some of the products here. What do we got here?
Well, let's start with talking about the paint, because the paint's kind of the thing that everybody really sees. It's the majority of the vehicle, obviously. On the Q7 here, the paint's in really good shape right now.
Yep.
We want to keep it that way.
Okay.
You take the car out for a drive, it gets a little dusty, right? You don't need to do a complete wash on that. There are quick detail sprays on the market. And they fall in a couple of different categories. If you just have light dust, maybe some fingerprint smudges, maybe you get the shiny B-pillars, people closing the doors like that. This is the perfect type of product. It's just a mist and wipe. You literally just spray it and wipe it to remove that light dust or those fingerprints.
Okay.
Now, if you get caught in the rain or you've gone on a much longer drive, you're maybe on a road trip, you know, you're heading up to Monterey for the week.
All right.
The car gets a little dirtier. A waterless wash like this is a great way to completely clean a surprisingly dirty vehicle and to do it safely, okay? It's still essentially a mist and wipe. You don't need a bucket and hose and all that kind of thing. Now, those are really just kind of maintenance cleaners for removing dust or maybe a little heavier dirt with the Ultimate Wash and Wax. But quarterly, we really recommend properly waxing the car. Now, paste waxes, liquid waxes, you know, you end up with a fair bit of time involved. It's a little bit more work to do it. Properly applied, it shouldn't be that difficult, but if you really want to speed that process up, a spray wax, like our Ultimate Quick Wax, you could wax a vehicle even the size of this Q7 10 minutes.
Wow, okay.
And still get a really good polymer protection on there. Keep the shine boosted nice and high, keep that protection level there, 10 minutes of your time.
All right, well, can we see a demonstration how to do it?
Absolutely.
So I think one thing that a lot of people that I see with cars, for those of you who don't know, I'm highly into cars, is that people apply way too much all the time, and it's just, it's insane, and they wonder why it costs them so much, and they go through this product so quickly. And so I think it'd be good to see, you know, exactly how much we should apply, because I think there's a big disconnect there.
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
What should we do here?
Well, we want to show you how to properly use a spray wax to maintain that shine and keep this finish looking really good. But before we start with that, we want to talk a little bit about towels.
Okay, okay.
A lot of people think 100% cotton terry cloth is the way to go. That's 100% cotton terry cloth towel. You want to wipe that on your nice, pretty Q7?
I don't think so. Probably not,
yeah,
no.
No. The downside to cotton terry cloth, as they age, they tend to get a little stiff and crunchy. Yeah. We don't want that on the car, so.
All right, forget that.
Microfiber is the way to go.
Okay.
This is a synthetic fiber that's designed specifically for this purpose. Very soft, but the way the fibers are created, it can pull the dirt and even the loose dust away from the vehicle and into the towel. That's what makes them so safe for use for this particular purpose.
All right, let's get into this.
You got it. Most people have a tendency to seriously overuse wax.
Yes.
Liquid or paste especially. And they seem to think that if they put on a good, strong, heavy coat, they're going to get better protection. Well, really all they're doing is wasting product, because only so much is really going to bond to the paint.
Yes.
So a heavy coat takes longer to dry, and that's when you end up having to work really hard to remove it.
Yeah.
Properly applied, nice and thin, it wipes off very easily. When you're using a spray wax, like the Ultimate Quick Wax, it's really as simple as give it a quick shake just to make sure that's mixed up. A light mist, and then a wipe with the towel. We'll flip to the dry side. You don't need to do a lot of buffing. There's not a lot of heavy work here. This is that easy.
All right, so here we are down at the custom wheels. We were talking about different products for, obviously, if you have a car that comes from the factory wheels, this car obviously has aftermarket wheels, and there are different things that we can do. Tell me a bit more about that.
Well, you know, I mean, wheels and tires are probably the easiest way to customize your car. So if you look at a lot of new cars, they've got custom wheels from the factory or from the dealer, or you could purchase wheels yourself, whether they're, you know, coated black like these particular ones on the Q. There's all kinds of services these days, from chrome to anodized, one-piece, two-piece, three-piece. Not to mention the brake upgrades that are available these days. You know, are you tracking your car, driving it? All kinds of options. The most important thing to think about, whether you're doing it yourself or you're having a detailer or a car wash, is using the right chemicals.
I see.
And that's vital, because choosing the right chemical will properly clean your wheel and tire without damaging it. So in some cases, you know, there's products out like our Hot Rims aluminum wheel cleaner that is designed for aluminum wheels, powder coated, matte black wheels like this, all your upgraded brake components. That's the right product for that.
Okay.
On the other side of the coin, if you got some chrome wheels on a vehicle, there are products like our Hot Rims chrome wheel cleaner that are designed specifically for chrome wheels.
I see.
So the key here is just understand what you have and choose the right wheel cleaner. And it's real easy. So if you're not quite sure, just take a look at the logo on the wheel, call that manufacturer, and they'll tell you exactly what to choose.
Oh, that's
alrighty, so simple tip for you.
Alright, so it's good to know that there are different products for different surface finishes, but what if I'm not sure what it is?
What we talked about, you can call the manufacturer, and in many cases they'll tell you. And again, we recommend the manufacturer over where you purchased the wheels from.
Okay.
And in some cases, you're going to find that you've got a combination of surfaces. For example, you may have a powder-coated brake caliper. You may have an anodized rotor or hat. You've got a combination anodized and polished aluminum wheel, or some custom painted wheel. If you're just not sure what you have, always choose the least aggressive method possible, which is always going to be an aluminum cleaner.
Okay.
Again, like our hot rims, an aluminum cleaner, great on anything. It's not going to damage even the most delicate surfaces.
Perfect.
So it should be guaranteed to be safe.
Perfect. Thank you.
You bet.
What can we do to make this car shine?
Well, interestingly enough, with the quick detailer that we talked about on the paint outside, we actually have a product called Quick Interior Detailer for use on the interior. What's nice about it is it's safe to use whether you've got a leather or vinyl dash.
Okay.
It's safe on your wood trim. In fact, it's even safe enough to use on navigation screens. You get some of the newer touch-sensitive ones, perfectly fine to use on those as well. The one thing you want to be careful of is you don't want to just spray it and let it self-dry.
I see.
In fact, it's always a good idea. Stay with a quality microfiber towel. Maybe spray that product onto the towel itself and then wipe the surface with it.
Okay.
That way you've got better control over where the product's going. You don't want to spray things on the dash and have it overspray on the glass and then try to get in and clean all that. So, Quick Interior Detailer, it's not going to add a lot of shine. You're not going to end up with a real glossy, glary kind of a finish.
That's good.
Really quick and easy to use, just like using the Quick Detailer on the paint. Safe for any surface on the interior.
All right, well, Mike, thank you very much for showing our readers exactly what we can do with our cars.
Our pleasure.
You know, we learned how we can detail cars, what we need to look for in a detailer, and of course to do it ourselves, which I'm not sure I'll take advantage of that, but
Let's see.
So how can we reach you guys? A lot of readers want to know. Meguiar's big company, excellent products as you've shown us. How does the public stay in contact with you guys?
Well, there's a lot of different ways, and what we showed you today was just the tip of the iceberg on how to take care of a car that's in great condition. But if you got more questions or got a different kind of car, feel free to call us and talk to one of our surface care specialists right in this building here.
Oh, nice.
They're there 6 days a week, and they can be reached at 800-347-5700.
Okay.
If you want to visit us online, you can go to meguiars.com. We've got, our Facebook page is Facebook.com/Meguiars USA. Feel free to engage with us there. We've got Mike is the one you'll be talking to.
Awesome.
We've got our discussion forum. So just about any way you want to join us, we'd love to talk to you and educate you. And if you're in Southern California area, stop on by and head down to one of our classes.
Perfect. Well, Mike, thank you very much.
Yeah,
It was a
our
pleasure.
pleasure.
Thank you very much. And my car is looking good.
There you go. See you at the next show.
Yeah, take care.